with Flippy here. How you doing, Flippy?
Hey, how's it going?
So I'm gonna give you some background and to kind of set the tone here. First 2 weeks, I had to work getting the cop shit sorted, right? And that sapped all my energy and time. After that was done, we started this last week on Thursday writing legislation. In 3 days, we wrote 20 pieces of legislation. Different people were writing different things, like even Tilly was writing it, you know, like pet legislation and shit, making sure people knew about it. It was good. Working with the PD, make sure they're not going to get pissed off, whatever, we start submitting these things. Some of it got contested by the DOJ. Whatever, expected, right? That's why we want to send it all out, because some's going to have problems. Make sure we make forward progress. Stop businesses starting this week. The following happened. First, Blaine County started complaining that they wanted to control Air 1 and the mayor had too much power over it. We updated the language for them. We had some others come to us. We updated language for them. I then had Blaine County say some strange shit to me. It was Cassidy. I pull up to Blaine County because they opened up a toll booth up there. And I was with Peters reporting something to him. And Cassidy pretty much crashed out on my ass saying all kinds of allegations. I haven't talked to this guy in 6 weeks, but he knew everything about me. We had a bit of an exchange. I brought him and I brought them down to the mayor's office. I'm like, guys, what's the problem? We got to work together. They then went on to say they feel like they're getting kicked out of the city and people are getting affected. I asked them, can you explain exactly how? Because it's just banter, calling people like Blainers and shit. And they referenced a document that was in my hacked email. Like, my laptop got hacked and they looked at meme legislation that no one has seen other than me and Bill. And they've been campaigning against it using that. They didn't even open up the fucking City Hall thing and look at what it was. It's a toll on the highway that's like $100 with like a 30-minute cooldown for some fun. And they were looking at something that said they were going to get charged $5,000 Blaine County every time they go through it. So they're dooming about something that doesn't exist. I told them we're going to dial it back. All right, we'll ignore this shit. And we agreed. They walk out of the office. And lo and behold, Ursula, one of the salt people, went to Angel. And she updated the legislation for appealing shit after it was already pushed. So it went from 25 votes and 100,000 to just 25 votes. Now everything is appealed. And they're spreading a lot of bullshit. And who's behind it? Ursula, Leah Strong, Blaine County, and even Andy Jones's signatures on that. If these things do not pass, literally it's going to be another month before we can do anything with businesses. So, where do you fit in all this?
I'll be honest, no one's told me anything.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. My intention, I've reached out to as many people as I could during the contest phase. I literally woke up to an email saying all this shit's up for vote. You know what I mean? No communication from anybody. So we're waking up to this. Like, these guys have been working like overnight. Our intention, put out all the baseline stuff, airlines, fucking pets, fucking business shit. And as problems happen, like in the city, like actual things happen, people can come to me. Like, you can come to me and be like, yo, this needs to be reduced a little. Or like, we got a problem here and we update it. So it's like, you know, like living and breathing legislation. But instead, now it's all like fucked in the ass. So here's what I'm going to ask of you, and also what my plans are. Given the fact that there is attempt to maliciously shut down legislation that affects Los Santos County by people in Blaine, I'm going to open up a political party. Every piece of legislation is going to come in your hands and everyone else's hands. You can literally see it a week in advance. I am only going to care about the people that voted me in. Fuck everybody else. I can't deal with them. If you heard some of the shit they're saying, they don't want progress. You guys can review it. There's issues. You need things, put it in there. We're going to put it in there, and we're going to vote together and be on a unified front. Now, this allows you to see everything that we're doing and also have a direct say. Now,
what is it that they're contesting? Like, what are they fighting? What are they unhappy about?
I'll go through each one, and it's so bad. Okay, so the first one, the material thing that we're doing, they're asking, they want more clauses like, how much are you gonna buy every week? Do you know the estimate of how much they need? Like all this like pedantic shit. They're like, oh, who's gonna run the top of it? It's fucking Wyatt until we get someone elected into that spot. And they're like, oh, but why does the mayor control it? Who am I gonna give it to? The PD? The second thing, Air One, they don't like that the mayor is overseeing the civilian air. They want PD to run it. They want PD to determine who gets the license and who doesn't, even though we put a check and balance in for them. Number 3, we put in a thing specifically for the clowns because, some of their faces are their face. So we worked with the hospital and, they get to go there and, sign up and get the medical and they can, put it in their profile that this is their face or whatever. These bozos came back and said, well, we need a line in there because Mr. K could dress up like Chatterbox and then Chatterbox gets a warrant. Number 5, stalls. So what's in there right now is every business is getting taxed 10% to start. And then based on how things go, people come back and say okay, this is too much. For mechanic shops or too much for the stall, we can reduce it, right? So it becomes an active conversation with the mayor. Hey, we need to reduce this, whatever. This is a framework for it. And we put in the 50,000. So it's either you pay the 50,000 baseline or 10%, whichever is high. The intent of this is so that some of these stalls that remain closed, it's going to bleed their pocket. Now, folks like yourself that own a stall that actually functions, you get all that money back through subsidies because of from the PD program, from other shit. So the whole legal mechanic there is to make sure that people don't just sit on the stall. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah,
now,
how much is it? Is it 50K every how long?
It's 50K every week or 10%. However, the subsidies are going to get you the money back. Now, Hades brought this up to me last night, and I made it very simple. You guys voted me in. You can vote me out. If I were to even remotely try to fuck with you, my campaign's already finished, right? You already have the accountability in place. And if this needs to be reduced, and this is the worst part about it, is when this was brought to my attention, we were going to update it this morning to make it easier. But instead, now it's up for vote. So now all the business shit gets thrown out altogether, or, we got all the votes in and I got my word, we're going to make sure this works. So that active stalls are profiting off of this instead of, buying into the doom and gloom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really surprised that's how people feel, to be honest. Like I said, if you take anything from people, they are not going to be okay with it,
It's the reality is, Flippy, if we do not have a 10% equal start across all the businesses, right? And maybe it can be 5% across. I don't know. I don't know the number. There's no way. We don't, you know what I'm saying? And evolve it over the next couple weeks. We can't make any forward progress. There's going to be no money to do cool, fresh, new shit. Like buy an airplane for civilian businesses to use. Or do cool shit because there's no money, right? Transparently, our state fund right now, because of the recent real estate stuff, is up to 30 million. prior to and that's only because the Vagos block opened up and it ballooned up. That money goes away in a snip of a finger if I pump the sanitation numbers up. You know what I mean? Like, there is no extra money. The sliders you can barely move without going into the red. And if it goes into the red, there's no paychecks. So, that's why I decided, you know, political party is the best way to do it. I'm talking like open invite meeting to the voter base. They literally will see every piece of legislation. You have a direct line to change everything. And all these fuckboys that are just fucking with Los Santos, they can eat a dick. I'm not even going to write anything for them anymore. It's a waste of my time. I want to make this fucking city prosper. Not get, like, tied down in red tape and, like, you know, fucking stupid shit. So,
what is it that you need from me?
I need every ballot to say yes. And in return, any piece of the legislation that's up there today, you let me know what is your concern and we will address it. We are here to serve you guys, and that's it. And you can hold me to the utmost accountability when it comes to that.
And where's the other stuff that I need to read?
It's going to be on the City Hall page.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I have a pretty big meeting tomorrow, so my gang, so I can talk to everybody about it tomorrow.
I want to underline this very clearly as well, is that the shit with the Blaine County has gotten so bad that they were telling me through their own mouth that they are pissed that I'm writing legislation for criminals. And when I told them that oh God, anyone got food? When I told them, what the fuck are you talking about? I work for the civilians. I am not like only work for you, let alone you're in Blaine County. They said, what civilians? This is the mental damage that I'm having to deal with. And this is why they're coming after me.
You want me to go
Collectively. Yes, please, if you don't mind. Thank you, Tilly. So, everything I hear is going to be transparent. Every meeting with PD that affects the people will be known to everybody. This city needs to be in the hands of the people, not by a bunch of fucking, I don't even know what the fuck. Because I think that's what they want out of me, but it's not going to happen.
Okay.
So, look, there's probably a lot there. Anybody in your crew, if they have any questions, have them give me a ring. Done and done.
Okay. Yeah. I'll hit you up tomorrow about it then.
Okay.
I'll be honest, my opinions, I'm just indifferent. Like, I don't give a fuck if I'm being 100 with you.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the names you told me, I don't really know. I mean, without really knowing many facts, really, I probably back you anyways. So I want to hear the opinion of my people.
Yeah. And in regards to your stall and any of your material needs, like I said, you're part of the voter base. You've got needs that are very legitimate. So you will be taken care of.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, sounds good with me, bro.
All right. I appreciate that, Flip. And
all right. Well, I'll hit you out tomorrow then.
Okay.
I'm gonna have someone read all that stuff because I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot of reading. That ain't me.
Yeah. All right.
I will let you know, Nino.
All right. Appreciate you.
Yep. Go on.
All right.